Sadhguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, Ramayana 310. As you may remember, Sugriva was explaining why he wasn't mad at the Vanaras. Consider the circumstances, Lakshman. They are all only too familiar with the fact that this garden of mine should not be entered by anyone, and yet they wrought so much harm to it. They are enjoying themselves so much, I am led to believe that it is their happiness which has granted them so much courage. If they had failed in the quest for Sita, they would have been so depressed, they would never have thought of getting drunk and incurring my displeasure. Rama was listening silently to the words of Sugriva, and it was clear to his mind that Sugriva was reasoning well, and he and Lakshman thought that he had guessed right. They respected the high order of Sugriva's intelligence, and they knew that he was right. Sugriva turned to Dadimukha and said, "My dear uncle, I'm extremely pleased that the Madhuvana has been destroyed by the monkeys. They have made a triumphal entry into the kingdom, and they deserve the privilege of using my garden. I'm eager to meet them all, led by Angada, by Jambavan, and Hanuman. With Rama and Lakshman, I am waiting here, impatient to hear the news they have brought." Dadimukha went back to the Madhuvana in a state of stupefaction. Such a thing had never happened before. He could not understand how the king could forgive such an outrage. As for Sugriva, he was thrilled that he had been able to keep his word to Rama, and that Hanuman and the others had made it possible. 17. The narration of Hanuman. Dadimukha went back to Madhuvan, and he found the monkeys just getting over their intoxication. Some of them were sober and others were just half awake. He went to the presence of Angada the prince, and standing with his palms together, he said, "My dear prince, my child, please forgive me and the guards for trying to stop you from enjoying yourselves. Please do not be incensed by our foolishness. You are the prince and the master of this garden, and it was wrong, nay, highly impertinent on my part, to have behaved as I did. I seek your forgiveness. In my foolish anger, I left you all and rushed to the presence of the king and told him about the happenings here. He was extremely happy when he heard about it, and I was amazed. He was happy that you had all come back. He sent me to you with this message. Ask them to come and see me soon. Rama, Lakshman, and I are waiting for the news brought by them, and we're impatient. I was asked to give you this message." Angada, after hearing the words of Dadimukha, said, "Evidently Rama also knows about our tarrying here. Let us not spend any more time here, but let us go back to our king." He addressed the monkeys and said, "You have been allowed to have your fill of the madhu, which is precious to my uncle. Let us now hasten to the presence of the king." The army rose up as one man and hurried on the last lap of their journey. Some flew in the air, and some leaped from tree to tree, and soon they were in the presence of Sugriva. Sugriva, in the meantime, was talking to Rama about the news, which they were sure to hear. He said, "Be of good cheer, my friends. Sita has been discovered, I'm sure of it. The time I had stipulated has overstepped, and they would never have had the courage to come back to me without the task being completed. Prince Angada, who led the army, would never have come back to me. I'm certain of that. He would have been frightened of the punishment I would have meted out to him and his troop, which might have failed in the mission. Angada would not have had the courage to grant permission to the army to drink the honey and the wines, which have been exclusively mine. His great enthusiasm and his assurance that I will not be angry with any of them proves to me that they are bringing us good tidings about Sita. Sadhguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.